So I've had this one question in particular for quite a while now, and it was triggered by a comment that was left on one of my videos that I've uploaded maybe about a month ago. That video was how to get easy lobbies in Call of Duty Cold War, where I basically list all the different sort of like exploits that people were using that I was able to find through Reddit and through YouTube. And in that video, someone left a comment stating that they missed the old days of when skill was required in order to get good gameplay. Which to a certain extent I must disagree with him, because even if you go back to the older days like MW2, MW3, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, whenever you saw a great gameplay, it was always against people that were weaker than the actual YouTuber, that were not as skillful. And it's been like that. You always wanted to stomp on the noobs. That's why Christmas noobs was a big thing, where people that owned the game since the launch date were able to pretty much stomp on and get their best gameplays against these new players that didn't really know what was going on in the game. It was always a thing that people like to do. Now, my question that was triggered by that was, what is the difference between an MW3 Moab and a Call of Duty Cold War Nuclear? I didn't really find any difference because, like I said, both of them are against weaker players. And because I had that train of thought, I figured like as long as people admit that they're reverse boosting, it's totally fine. I don't really mind watching reverse boosted gameplay because it's always against bad players. People were always preying on the weaker players, and that's how it's always been since day one. But Sandyravage has actually gave his opinion about skill-based matchmaking and also about reverse boosters and what he thinks about them. That has completely shifted my way of thinking, and it actually triggered a couple of memories that I had about certain situations that happened in the past where our community had a zero tolerance against cheating, but now it seems like it's more acceptable. So we're gonna start off with the tweet that was more in part of how I used to think. Basically, this person said, "But Sandy, your channel was basically you pooping on noobs like myself. There was no protection back then. We just had to take a SPAS-12 to the face, enjoy our game-ending nuke. If they want to exploit SBMM, let them. It's a poorly implemented system and a Twitch shooter," which is basically what I said. All gameplay on YouTube is achieved by playing bad players, so that's why I didn't see a problem with it, just like this person did. And he considers himself to have been a noob back in the days and just pretty much take the beating and just call it a day and keep on moving forward and just play the next game. Now, Sandyravage responded with, "Wrong. They had the possibility of getting in the lobby. Reverse boosting guarantees them in the lobby every single match. Complete opposite," which I understand where he's coming from, and he's absolutely right. Before, it used to be luck based. You just get into a lobby. If you got bad players, you got bad players. If they were good, they were good. But nowadays, you're guaranteeing that you're getting a bad lobby every single time. So I see where he's coming from, but Sandyravage is not done yet because he goes a little bit more savage than just this tweet. So the next thing that he says, "Beating on people who belong in the protected bracket is beyond pathetic. No clue how people defend that. With that said, I don't believe SBMM should be in COD outside of the little bracket. Just put measures in place to stop these clowns from joining it." Wow. I mean, I 100 completely agree, and I think a lot of us will agree with this statement, and we have been saying this for quite a while now. We don't care that there's a small bracket of players where maybe people that are under a 1 KD can enjoy. Where we do have a problem is that everybody has their own little bracket that you're just facing constant sweats of your same similar skill level. Like, we want to sometimes be the only sweats in the lobby. We just want randomizing, and it's a great way to do that by putting the people that have disabilities or just not great at the game, or maybe brand new to it, or maybe really young that don't know how to play the game yet. Put them in their own little bracket. Let them enjoy the game as well. But for the rest of us, put us all in a mixed bracket where we can face one another no matter what your KD is, just like it back in the old days. Now, this next tweet really went against people that reverse boost. Like, he does not agree that people are praising them, because before we didn't tolerate that. So he says, "Interesting thought. Now, I don't know how to pronounce this YouTuber's name because I'm not very familiar with him, but it says Gun1T123 was blacklisted from the COD community immediately from a faked video, yet reverse boosters who basically faked hundreds of videos are being cheered for admitting it. Gunnit was a true pioneer. So basically what he's saying is that now that people are admitting that they have reverse boosted, for some reason they are heroes. But back in the days when someone had faked a gameplay, which is the same thing, they're both cheating, they were just pretty much blacklisted from the Call of Duty community. And like I said, I'm not really familiar with this particular YouTuber he is talking about, but I am familiar with this clan. I believe their name was Amp Clan back in BO2. I remember them setting a lot of records with their members, and one member in particular, I believe he went by the name Luigi. I'm not exactly sure, don't quote me on that, but anyways, they faked the gameplay, or at least that member faked the gameplay. He had players join his lobby and just die for him. They were called dyers, and then after that, people were telling them, hey, this gameplay is fake, and they gave them proof. But the clan did not bring down the video until, like, I think a certain time later, and people were not having that. They were furious that that guy was cheating and that the clan did not do anything about it. They finally kicked out the player and everything, but it took them forever to take down the video because of how many views it was getting. So they were either view hungry, money hungry, whatever the case was. The community was not having it. And since that point on, Amp Clan was not able to recover from that. Now you search them up, their channel probably doesn't even exist anymore. I think I tried to search it up one time and they didn't have any sort of videos on Call of Duty anymore, and they were a huge channel at the time. So that just goes to show that we were just not tolerating any sort of cheating or exploiting gameplay on YouTube, and all of a sudden now, like, majority of us don't really care for. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say for this video. Like, honestly, he really changed my perspective on how I view reverse boosters and just skill-based matchmaking overall. He made excellent valid points, and I just want to know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Where do you stand? Do you still not really care if people reverse boost and you're just here for the entertainment, or do you guys do mind and are going to unsubscribe from some of the people that are reverse boosting? Let me know all that in the comment section below, because this is a very interesting topic that I've been pretty much enjoying and kind of like putting myself out there, watching different YouTube and like different forums of people talking about it, and there's just so many different mixed feelings about it that there's really not one clear thing, other than people do not like skill-based matchmaking. For the majority of the players that play Call of Duty, they do not like skill-based matchmaking, and it should be removed, or at least, at the very least, toned down. That would be a W for the COD community. We can at least get that toned down, so that way we get at least some of these games to be a little bit easier, where we can use different weapons, because it's come down to the point where in my lobbies in 6v6, I played with my friend today, and we literally got the same lobby about 10 times, not even exaggerating. There may be like 3 people in the whole lobby that were different, but majority of us were the same players playing in the same lobby, playing domination on different maps. It seems like there's no other lobby available other than that lobby. It was early in the morning, to be fair, but still, it's Call of Duty. It's supposed to have so many players online at all times, and yet we weren't able to find a variety in lobby. So that's a problem in my book. But besides that point, again, hopefully you guys did enjoy this one. If you guys didn't, could drop a like. That's always highly appreciated. Make sure to subscribe if you guys are new around here. Turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. We have a lot of great topics that I still want to cover. But besides that, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.